Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the series in which we take a look at a brand new game that's just come out and we give my first impressions on it. We'll first look at the options, then we'll look at the gameplay, and I will give my thoughts and opinions on whether I think it's worth your time. Today we're looking at Sacrifice of the Spirit 10, I do believe. It just came out of early access. It is a single developer and it has been published by Mushroom Angels Games. It's certainly an interesting one. It's not amazing, but it's not bad considering it's been done by a single developer. Price point is £15 and it's very clearly in early access and could do with a few improvements here and there. The options menu, however, is fairly robust and I'm very happy to see a lot of the options that they have here. However, it is worth noting that optimization is not phenomenal. You can only set the FPS via VSync, and you have two VSync options, one of which doesn't seem to work very well. But first of all, you've got your language, which you can select all of these. The game is voice acted in not English. I don't actually know what language it is, but you get subtitles. So having the game language is incredibly important, and I'm glad to see that there is a fairly large list of countries that is supported here, which is nice to see. Graphics wise, you've got your resolution, you've got your graphic quality preset, but there are no others here that I can see that you can do outside of your distance and your draw distance and stuff. You've got your fog effects and occlusion. And then on this side of the coin, this is your VSync. So you've got every second VBank or every VBank. Basically, whether it is 60 Hz or 30, or you can don't sync it at all. The game is not very well optimized right now. I had it on don't sync just to see what my PC could do with it, and it topped out about 96, but instantly in some areas, especially if there was a lot of foliage and stuff, it would drop down to like 54. I put VSync on to sync it to 60 and it was struggling to reach 48, whereas if I put it on every second VBank or 30, it's fine. It stays at a very stable 30. Honestly, I would like to see better. My PC can handle better, and to see a game like this barely top at 100 FPS is not good enough. What is nice is if you look in the top right hand corner, you can actually see that the FPS is displayed at all times. It would be nice if you had an option where you could hide this, but it's nice that it's there at the same time. You can have full crosshair or black crosshairs, which is, you know, good if you're hard of seeing or if you've got any colorblind issues. Having a different reticle can be really nice, and then, like I say, your render distances. Your game keys. It's not got gamepad compatibility, in that you can move around but you can't do anything else with your gamepad, which is a bit of a shame. It'd be nice if in 2021 games allow for gamepad settings. Also, the default keys are a bit odd, but you can rebind them, so it's not too much of an issue. The other thing is it doesn't really tell you what everything is. You've kind of got to either look here or just figure it out in game, which is a bit of a shame. For example, your inventory is tab, but it doesn't really tell you that. Your audio options, you've got a lot of audio options here, which is really nice. Unfortunately, with the audio and where it's concerned, the voice acting, or rather the audio effects, they've been made to be quite high-pitched and sort of ghost-like. But if you're wearing headphones, it comes across a bit tinny and isn't the best thing to listen to, so it is worth bearing that in mind as well. But again, it's a very robust audio setting, and I'm very glad to see that they've got this amount of options for the audio. You don't generally see this many. Your in-game options, you can drop your inventory if and when you die. You can automatically save the game, and you can choose how often it is that you save. This is a really nice feature. You know, if you're worried that your PC can't handle it, whatever, you can knock the bar down to save like every 5 minutes or all the way up to every hour. This is a really nice feature, and I would like to see this added in more games. If I were to have any criticism of this, it would be able to click in here and actually select what interval you want, as opposed to having to find it on a bar. But otherwise, very, very good. Let's jump into the game and see what it actually plays like, shall we? Alright, here we are. As you can see, it is a first-person survival type game with quests and objectives and somewhat of a story, although don't ask me what that story is because I have no idea what is going on. It looks like you play an old murderer who decides to go away and live in the forest and become just like a hunter and live off the land, and then you get found out, so you go hunting and then you end up in the spirit realm, and now you've got to do God knows what. I'm not entirely sure. Gameplay wise, what's going on? I don't know. Gameplay wise, it would appear I'm dying for some reason. I don't know what's happening. Why am I dying? Okay. Gameplay wise, it's also a bit odd. I don't quite understand what's going on. Apparently I'm dying for no apparent reason. Oh, I think it's because I need to drink. Right, let me drink. I think it's because I need to drink. Let's do that. Yes? No? 4. Hello? No? And I died. So, this illustrates a very good problem with the game. It doesn't teach you anything. It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't tell you how you're supposed to do things. As I was saying, the survival aspect is interesting, and a lot of games do that, but they do at least tell you what to do. Now, how do I respawn? Hello? Do I pick a spot? I pick a spot. Right, okay, cool. So yeah, the game doesn't really tell you anything of how to do it. The tutorial was walking through this weird stream thing, and you shot and it told you to duck down and stuff. But using the items that you've got is very difficult to do. You select your water and then nothing happens. It doesn't tell you how to drink from it. The gunplay is not amazing, I'm not gonna lie. The graphics aren't phenomenal either. They don't look incredible. Again, this is a one-man job, right? From what I can make out, this is one developer, so you can give it a bit of forgiveness, but a bit of cohesion and a bit of direction, especially since I've chosen story mode, right? I've not gone on survival, I've gone on story mode, so the survival aspect shouldn't be such a large part of it. I want to experience the story. You know me, guys, if you've watched my content, I like lore. And this doesn't really help with that. It doesn't feel any different. The survival mode, I guess, just doesn't have a story at all, and you just go out and do what I'm doing now. The gunplay isn't fantastic, and the targets are fairly bullet spongy. They take a lot to go down, and it's constant real time. Unless you press escape, if you're looking at the inventory or if you're looking at your map, time doesn't stop. So you can get attacked and die just because you're looking at your inventory, or you're trying to look at your map and get the bearings. The problem with the map that I've got is that it doesn't show you where you are. So it's very, very hard to get your bearings. Now I've got to come here, right? Now the green lights, whatever, show you where you've been and what you've got, and give you a bit of a tidbit about what you're looking at. And I think I started up here, so I've got to try and find my way round to this old guy for the quest. But as for actually knowing where I am, I have no idea. Like, again, if you've watched this channel, you know I am very navigationally challenged. And a game like this puts me off because I get very disoriented very quickly and I don't know what I'm doing. Now, if you're into games that are this challenging and you know, are this punishing and will cause you to die very quickly if you're not careful and don't manage your resources and all that, and you've got a good sense of direction and can find out where you are, and you enjoy that, you're going to love it. Subjectively, if you are not that sort of person, if you don't enjoy those sort of games, you are not going to like this, because it does throw you in the thick of it. It is very difficult from the offset, and it doesn't allow you that time to sort of get to know what's happening. It throws you in this with really weird story and then just says, there you go, work it out, right? And it says work it out from the signs or whatever, but it's not the easiest to do. So I'm at the Trail of the Wolves, so I've got to find out where the Trail of the Wolves are, and then maybe I can figure out and go from there. But I genuinely have no idea. Right, chest for rare items. Okay, cool. So there's rare items that you can find as well. But as for where that is, I have genuinely no idea. So it can be quite off-putting. Like, it makes me not want to play the game. As I say, the gunplay is pretty weak as well. You don't really have a lot of health. I don't want to say the game's too difficult, because I'm sure there are plenty out there that would find this game relatively lax and fairly simple to get hold of. But for the target audience, I don't know, maybe an easier mode, a bit more accessible mode with a marker on the map to show you where I am, and a better tutorial. Like, keep the game this difficult and this punishing, but give an actual tutorial that teaches you how to do things and everything in order. Re-optimize the game and make the game actually optimized. Is that going to kill me? That's going to kill me. Great. And I'm going to die because I'm getting attacked now by a family, and apparently 2 hits kills me. Cool. Yeah. Very, very punishing. So that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. Let me know in those comments down below what you think of the game. Whether it's something you would play, whether you like the graphics, whether you appreciate what's going on, or like me, whether you would get lost very quickly, whether the easy death and the items being apparently quite difficult to use in a pinch would put you off the game. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.